Jai Shrimati Ji. Jai Shrimati Ji. Good evening and welcome to the evening meditation in the heart of the universe on the 24th of July 2023. Let's start the meditation with putting both our hands on Mother Earth, and we pray to Shri Ganesh, Shri Adibhumi Devi, our Mother Earth, to remove all the excess heat, any imbalances within us, and give us the peace to meditate Let's take the mantra of Shri Adibhumi Devi. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Adibhumi Devi Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devye Namo Namaha. We bring our hands back on our lap and we do Namaskar to Shri Mataji, raise our Kundalini and take Bandhan with our attention on our heart and Sahasrara. Shrimati, we pray to Shri Ganesh to bless us so we can absorb all the vibrations that Shrimati gives us, the deities give us as they are pleased with us. We're going to watch the housewarming puja of Shrimati's house in Brompton Square. So this happened on the 7th of December, 1985. So please keep your palms open on your lap, attention on Sahasrara. Let's watch this beautiful video and do what Shrimati says as we watch her, the Supreme Goddess, who are our Holy Mother, most loving. Jai Shrimati.
So today is a day of celebrating a very different type of thing. In the house of your mother, which is called as the Muladhara itself. And it's the Gauri, you see, who has to enter and stay there till you get your realization. To come to England itself was really very venturesome and expensive, because this is the heart where I had to come and work it out. And at this stage, when we see so many of you who are the cells of this heart, who are awakened, who are so united, who know each other, who understand each other, work together, pump the blood of love. It's really the most happiness giving, you can say joy giving, or the greatest fulfillment of my desire. I see you here working like small children, playing about, joyous, happy, giggling, helping each other, learning how to be one with each other. I really feel the blessings of God has come down on this earth. You know that heart is the most important organ in the personality of the universe. And the human beings have to become aware of that point who live here. That we have to live together, work together. If in the heart, even if there is one muscle who tries to stand out, it can create immediate instant death. Instant death. So all of you who are awakened have a very, very special responsibility. Now I have noticed there are two types of people, as we know that. Left-sided and right-sided. And the third type, which are the combination of both. And the fourth type, who are in the center. We have to belong to the fourth type. And here one sees how on the physical level we combine both. One side is too much organizing and too much of thinking. Another side is lethargic, laziness. All these things are there. The net result of both is that you cannot produce any results. If you plan too much, if you think too much, you end up with it. You are so packed out to do anything. And the left-sided never get up to do it. So ultimate result is that you achieve nothing, even on the physical, the material, the mundane type, day-to-day life. So when you are in the center, you witness. You start witnessing. When you steady yourself in the center, because some people are such that they start on the left, go to the right, they become so ego-oriented that it's impossible to deal with them. But if you stay in the center, that's the fourth side, is staying in the center. Turiya is the fourth dimension. If you could stay on that, then you become a witness. And that's the point where you start sucking the joy of every moment, of every doing, of every work, of every friendship, of every relationship, of every understanding. You will see some people who will be here will develop tremendous respect and friendship with others, because they'll discover lot of qualities, lot of talents, lot of beauties in other people. There's no other way we can find it. I think this is the greatest way one could provide, is to work together and to understand each other, appreciate each other's work. And this will help us again to work out Sahaja Yoga together. It was like a festival throughout, I felt, about the whole place. I felt so blessed with so many children helping me here. The work doing is not so important as yourself studying in the sense. That's the main point. It's not what work you do, what work you furnish. That's not so important. It's the steadiness within you with which you do the job or whatever you do. It's the enjoyment of sharing with each other is the main point. The training is the training here. I hope we'll have another chance again sometimes. Maybe in India when we build our ashrams, or maybe in England when we build our ashram here, I hope so. Then we'll have again the same opportunity to work together for joy's sake, not for anything else, just for joy, for your steadiness, to be steady in the center, put the attention in the center. Without steadying it, you cannot ascend. Everybody seems to have gained. I felt when I saw them, they are much better. So we have to give up our misidentifications with our previous styles of life, previous type of living, previous type of executing any work. And we have to understand that we are not to plan. This house is built for me. I am the power behind the whole universe. So you don't have to plan. You just start off. But once you start planning, then you depend on yourself, which is a very limited thing. You just start planning and you are left behind. You just get to it. When you start thinking of any problems and all that, then you are lacking behind. Just start off and everything will come forward. You'll find everything. It will be all there just before you, before your eyes. Like the other day they said, we don't find a wood we need very much of a particular thickness. And they were trying to sort of reduce the thickness by rubbing it with some very, very harsh type of noisy stuff, which nobody could bear. So I just said, what kind of a thing you want? See ahead of you. And just in front of them was lying that same type of wood that they were. Just ahead of them. It was just there. You see how it's happening. What's working out? It's the Hanuman who works out many things for you. It's the Gauri who is to be adored. And it's the duty of Hanumana to help you out. He plays tricks with you. Always. He is the one who makes you think, he makes you plan, he makes everything and then topples you down. That is his style. Always. And he has made with so many people like that. See that he made them think, plan, and ultimately they find all plans fail. So if you are too organized, you will never enjoy. You have to enjoy each other's company, you have to enjoy all the little things there are. If there is everything perfect, or absolutely sort of a machine-like, then you go on tuck, 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 finish. There's no enjoyment. You have to lose your way somewhere. You have to find something out. You have to go about. You have to ask someone. Like making mistakes also is important. Sometimes if you make mistakes, like somebody makes mistakes by putting the thing in an angular way, say a decoration, and it turned out to be a very beautiful thing. So making mistakes is also good. This is what I am trying to show to all of you. By mistake also, if you are driven to some place, you might find something new. So our time is never wasted. Wherever we are, we are. We are never lost. We are never lost for anything. Time stops for it. So once you understand that we are not to worry about these things which the people worry, we are not to worry about things for which people just give their lives. We are here for joy, and joy will come to us, whatever it is. So we should seek joy, happiness, friendship. And this is a very, very good opportunity. Luckily, the builder ran away. I was very happy. I wanted to have this opportunity, some opportunity where all of us could get together and work together and have some nice time together. It was really very enjoyable. I enjoyed it thoroughly, and I hope we'll have more chances to do that. But the more you are in collectivity and in witnessing things, the better it will be always for you in your other life, other things also. Because you are realized souls, you are saints, you are different people from others. You have the help of the gods. All the angels are helping you. Everybody is helping you. But when you depend too much on your understanding, on your planning, then you go. Then you can never enjoy the planning of God, the help of God, the complete drama, which certainly find from God. It's there, or done for us. How beautifully it is done, how things working out. It's very interesting. This house is a very, very old house. See? And even if such an old house can be made so beautiful, then what about human beings? Yeah? All become very beautiful, glorified, and very active and surgical. Very active. The whole thing is the experiencing of the joy of recreating something that is already doing. Whatever God has created, human beings as such, is all in a mess. I feel human beings are in a mess. And they are to be recreated, they are to be improved, they are to be worked on. For that, who is going to work? It's you. You are the one who are to do it. I can create houses after stuff and create universes, as you know that. But I have to use you. You are the channel. Without you, I just can't do it. And that's why you have to be very, very alert and attentive as to how you go about. Now today is the first is for the housewarming ceremony, and another is the birth of Christ. I won't be here. I'll be in India. We celebrate in India birth of Christ. Actually, it should be more celebrated here than in India. But somehow or other, we have snowy Christmas, which was not there. The time of Christ, when he was born, there was no snow. See? But in India, it's a special blessing that you have snowy Christmas. And this time, I hope you'll enjoy, all of you, a nice Christmas of great warmth and love among yourselves. Christ came on this earth is a very, very great message for all of us. And he's done so much. You can see that without his awakening, we cannot come to realization. We have to pass through him. He has made this way. To create the Agya Chakra in that beautiful way, and to keep it alive, and to give enlightenment is a very difficult thing. It's a very funny plug into which we have placed him. Because of the modern style of life, people become against Christ. It develops your ego, it goes against Christ. If you develop your superego, of course it goes against your Christ, against Christ. So both the things, ego or superego, both the things are to be looked after by one person. Both contrastingly are to be looked after by one person. It's true. And these both things, those both problems we have. So then when we are born on this earth, we are born in innocence, which is also so rare because of the way we live, the way the fashion is, you can say, the way the ideas are. But you all have to be against, absolutely against. Collectively, if you oppose these ideas, you stand for Christ. You must write to all the churches, all the people. What have you done? What have you done to our people? Where is the morality behind? There is no morality. People are so immoral. How can they become saints? This is not the way to have just church buildings and run the Soho land for the church. Church is only the Soho land. Can you imagine? All these things you must oppose, and you should say, we would like to know why. Why should you? When Christ said that thou shalt not have adultery, what about the chastity part of it? When are we going to look after? All the Christian nations are just the opposite of Christ's principles. And so you all have to prepare yourself, talk about it. So there should be no more silence. There should be no more silence. Public opinion is a very, very big thing in the modern times. That's a very, very big thing we have got. And silence is to be avoided, absolutely. Because people who are doing wrong have a conspiracy of silence. They conspire. And then they keep silent. All right, doesn't matter. Democracy, as far as Chile is concerned, all right. But as far as Argentina is concerned, will be this way. It's like that. See, they keep a silent mouth. Whatever is not bad for us is good. That's all. And then don't say anything, don't say anything. Such yogis have to be extremely bold and extremely outspoken. And they have to say that this is all wrong, absurd. It is not for us. Not that they are uncomfortable, but it's against life, against Christ, against our emancipation. And this has to be given up. And today you must vow that now as your house is settled down, your backbone is strengthened. You have to take a vow that you will stand for Christ and for His great morals and for the great things He said that we have to do. And we have to tell people, what are you doing? This is wrong. You cannot do it. They are more vocal when it comes to something degrading, like drinking. If you don't drink, they'll say, why don't you drink? They will force you. Why don't you drink? You must drink. You must have it. But when it comes to morality, nobody dares say anything. We don't discuss religion. Very good. This is the silent conspiracy. We don't discuss religion. Because if we discuss, we are not religious. So people have to speak about it. All of you have to speak. Then only your left Vishuddhi will be alright. Now the only guilt that will be working in the Sahaja Yogis will be that for Sahaja Yoga we are not doing anything. You must speak. You must talk about it. You must give realization. Move your hands, move your legs. You have to walk with us. For God's work, even if you have to beg, you have to do it. This is God's work. And one has to do that. God's work with all dedication, with all surrender, and with all down and enjoy. May God bless you. I'm very happy. He is very much thankful to you, and he also wants to say a few words to you. He might come after the puja. He said, I would like to address to them. He's so surprised, and he said, these are really transformed people. I can see they are transformed. They are not normal human beings. So it's nice to get a certificate from a person who has not seen such. He said, I see now. I had seen them before. Especially he saw Marcus long time back, and today Marcus, he says, is so different. Everybody seems to be so much changed and so much different that I'm amazed how human beings can be transformed. He says it's visible from their faces, how they are happy with each other, how they are satisfied, how they are kind to each other and all that. And he's very much surprised how they are so friendly and how they are so generous and all that. He was really surprised. And how they laugh and enjoy. He was really surprised. He told me that. At least 10 times he has told me that. Really it surprises me how you could transform these people into such beautiful things. So it's really a big certificate, I think, from him, because he normally doesn't give certificates like that. So I was really very much enamored, and just to make your mother very happy, he's bought 2 saris for me today, which you will see later on. He's bought 2 gold things for me, just to say, glorify the mother of humanity. It's something I thought of the 3 wise men brought present for Christ's mother. You see, in the same way I felt today, the way he brought saris for me and gold for me and all that, to not for the anything of his personal, but in the way he saw that his yoga has worked out. It's really surprising. So may God bless you. This is a magic for band. We have now, so accordingly we should have only Ganesh Puja, because this is a Bhumi Puja, it's for Ganesha to be established. And it has double purpose, because it's the puja of Christ and puja of Ganesha. Just look at this, how sweet it is. So it's made by some Indians and it's very good. This is made by hand. You see, that's what is wrong, I found out. It's all made by hand, because if it is not made by hand, you'll find those joints. You see, somewhere there are no joints in there. So they have made, of course, two different things, but then they have tried to molds. These are molds, and then they have put it together. And this is for your ceramic. All right. So should we have the puja now of Sri Ganesha? Now, he's got two things for me. Today he'll be happy. And this one is even better. I don't know. From Uruguay he got it, I think. Or from Peru. And this is all right, then I'll have it together. All right. I have discovered some great artists also among you. One of them is Dawn. I never knew. She's a very great artist. And she's done some very good work on daisies. I was surprised. Beautiful. Then we have got Rosie, is another artist. And Linda is another person who is very good at painting. So many things I've discovered. Then Danny is really, as his name is, dynamic. He's another very responsible person. Chris is a great person. I mean, one better than the other. You can't imagine. The other day I wanted to... Yes, madam. All right. Anything, you see, anything that they did was so remarkable. Even the skirting. And everything they did it with such precision and this thing. Then I was surprised that Finn and John are such good diners, and the paper was put. I was really amazed. Really. Pat and Norman, they have done all this work. They are extended this a factory for you. It's a factory work. Factory work you have done. And everyone, you see, was doing such good work. The greatest is for Houston, because he did all the plastering, And Gavin came and he gave the guru, and then Ian was there. These people came from France. And I mean, I can't, in one lecture I cannot tell you how much I've seen it. So I'm saying for all of you, those who have worked very hard here, very, very hard, and did such good work, and such sensible things, and such nice, loving things, really it's surprising how it has worked out. And Loha was there with his practical side of carpenter. And really remarkable to see he's so responsible, doing things properly, working it out. What's it? Now, Cooley is coming to do some gardening work, and I saw him doing that. He has to combine with other people and work it out, so that we should develop friendship. That's the main point. Be friends, not with you, but all of you should be friends. There should be love among yourself. And then Rosie has done so much work of the thing that surprised me was the way she's not, I mean, she's in a family way, and she's sitting down and doing all the cleaning and all that so sweetly. All the time she comes here, Graham took to it, then this Ruth came in, and her husband Tracy was here, and then these people from Portugal, they came. I mean, it's so beautiful, you can't imagine. Everybody has been so nice and so good. And this lady has been the best of all, eating away all my laddus. How many? You take one now, Ganesha. Come along. Eat all that. But take her photograph eating the laddu. There's a saying that they ask you, children, if they play, they say, hello mister, how do you do? So they say, just like a laddu, one buys two. Another silent worker is Yoga Singh also, who has done such a lot of cleansing. And the way he is dedicated, so it's really worth seeing him, the way he is dedicated. Very silent, and he's doing the worst work is to clean the house. It's very sweet of him, really, to do that way. It's very good, and it has done good to him. It's very surprising how he's done it with such understanding, and it's very sweet of him. And we have got Kathy, and Kathy also comes down and she helps quite a lot. And Felicity is trying to do something smoothing about it. Everyone is working it out. And I like it. And there are people who have done so much work. And then Malcolm is doing nice painting. I can see that. He's done some nice painting on top. And Anne has done some papering. She's very good at papering. I was surprised, she's very good. And who helped you first of all yesterday?
Phil.
Phil first, and then? Alan. Phil and Alan, they helped her to put the paper, which is a very, very, very sort of tricky stuff. And then the energy was brought in by Ray from writer. and our great Mr. Yugoslav has done my room. He has done the loft. That's very interesting. He has done it. And also she painted what's her name? Janet. She painted the roof of my room. Was interesting. And David has taken out all the nails. You see, this is also nails. Imagine nails. Other things. We are taking on so many nails like that in life and all this program. And I think I haven't seen, but Bernard has, I'm told, has done some patching up. This is how we do. We have to patch up, we have to take out the nails sometimes, you have to paint, you have to encourage, you have to glorify, you have to do all this. So much like that. And everybody has worked so much here. Marcus has put some of these, and Danny has put. I mean, I tell you, it's one by one, everybody has done. This has done the basics, which is all the basics of this, and Marsha has come to encourage. And, I mean, you can't say all of them have come, and the way even people from Hampstead came down to help us in their special dresses. And it was nice to see them in those raggy dresses, you see, because that's what it is. We don't see people in that dress normally. It was very, very good, very good. I said really good. I enjoyed myself. And then Jason and Jill, both of them came, and Jason with his backbone troubling him, you see, was also working it out. I mean, it was all that. Then we have Kay and Patricia. See, Patricia for a change was rhythmically taking out the paper, you see. I could see the musician working on the piano. New styles. And the one who did our pillaring is from Australia, the great, you see. If you go to the pillaring, you put pillars, you see, to support, to show that there is support. Support is needed. That's another thing. And then Susan came in, David, all these people, they helped us so much. I mean, I don't know how many names I should take for everyone. And even people from Cambridge came down just to help me. Yeah, everybody helped me. And people from Brighton, I can say in general, all right? I need not take everybody's name now because we are so many that even if I take your 100 names, see, you take my 100 name is one person's 100 name is equal to the 100 names of 100 people, isn't it? So, and that's what it is. And everybody should feel that I remember you all. Even I have to thank David Todd because he made us buy this house. All kinds of nice things have happened, and we have so many people over here. Maria, you also came in one day. I saw you. But the best was Jack and Jill. Where are they? Are they here? Both of them came. David and Jack and Jill are there. David and his wife and Hester. Both of them came in a dress which looked like Jack and Jill. And Maureen came one day. She did some good job, and I mean it was really good. We had Tina was here, and they did some work. And everybody has put something in down here. And John Watkinson, I must say, was very good at putting up these little things he has done. And this is done by Nick Half, but you see, she says. They have been very, very nice and good for her. Okay, Don, you also came one day, isn't it? Don and his precious wife, Roxana, she came. All of them came down here every day. And somehow I was seeing one by one it's working out good. And the little girl from, what's her name? Alison, who came all the way from Bristol. All those very interesting. And I think you people also came from, Chile people came down. They saw into it. And here is someone great. He also worked. All of them have done so much. And I'm really happy about it. Regis was there too. Regis has done the basement. I think I've taken everybody's name. Everybody's name I've not taken, please raise your hand. Maybe this year, maybe it's gone up this year. And Datta was giving us a good chorus all the time. And Ali came in and she was at my feet most of the time. And then we had Bumble who did Bumble did all the coloring, staining. She did all the staining, you know. And she also came and we had some bananas together. And you came and Samson and all of them here, this thing. And the way Pat is very much changed now, very different person. I was very happy. So changed. Become now very sweet. That his organizing way has gone away. And his wife also came to help us in a Yugoslav side. And, no, I mean Polish. It was very, very good. I should say the whole thing. Jeremy was sweet to draw out a very nice fireplace. And, I mean everybody had it. Now Alan, who was the real architect behind the whole thing, I don't know if he's here, but he was of such a help. You can tell him that mother nobody very much and all the people. He also helped us so much. See, all of you are really remarkable. All those who have helped and have been nice. Actually, you have helped yourself. And Harry was very sweet, and he was doing a lot of cleaning work. Sometimes he did getting problems. But he laughed at it and enjoyed it. He didn't feel bad. See, that's how you have to make mistakes, and you have to feel bad about it. Something like that. Something to do. It's very interesting to see how things work out. And how it's just good. I and you never came. She did come. She did come for a while. And now one, she has eaten one, laddu? No. Now come now, finish this. No, thank God. Thank God. Sit down, sit down, sit down. Sit down. Sit down, sit down, sit down. Light. Now, I was thinking about, you see, she's already done some here and here. She's done her work. Okay? We can have a small puja of Ganesh, but it's a thing of festivity. Not to feel bad about anything, not to feel unhappy, but to feel happy. See, some people have hurt egos, some have egos, some have super egos. It's the occasion to feel happy for everything that's there, and not to feel bad or want to feel unhappy. Some people might be feeling, because I have not taken their things, maybe alright for the stage, but I have a feeling that there's a little ripple of that somewhere. Just get over it. Just get over it. It's all that is there. I know all of you very well. And only the understanding comes through vibration, how much I love. It's only through vibration. And it was really to feel how you're receiving my vibration. That's the main point. Who did the skirting? He did the skirting very well. For my room. And all these things. And what did you do? You were doing something, I saw you doing something.
Supervisor.
Huh? Weak was supervisor. Bala also came to help us. You see, his aeronautical knowledge. Well, that's our thing. Practically everything. She was there. I just said, what is it? What do you want? She's coming. Now sit down. Take this long. Come on. Sit down with her. See how it is. Now should we have the puja? Alright? Just you can move forward a little like now should be the second piece. Is this. Now watch back. Come along, wash my feet. Come along. Sit down. Sit down there. You have to wash my feet. Warm it down. That's you have made a good puja. As soon as the puja is over, you have to go to get the food. And you must pack his van also. And then get to the food and also get to the service from there. But actually Srivastava will come first, and when he goes back then the servant will come because there's nobody in the house, then in the whole house they will say. So Sipi will come here. When Sipi goes back, then you can get the food. Wash it. Come on, let the children wash. Let these people come on. Now these three people. You have done one puja, isn't it? You have done one. But they are going away now. Come on. This is Ganesha, you can keep it for a while. There, Ganesha can keep it. You can Because you occupy very little space, you can put it anywhere.
Saraswati Mataya Namaha, Shri Gurubhyo Namaha, Ved Purushaya Namaha, Ishtadevta Namaha, Kudevtabhyo Namaha, Standevtabhyo Namaha, Gramdevtabhyo Namaha, Vastudevtabhyo Namaha, Shachi Purandarabhyam Namo, Kalkam Purushurambhyo Namaha, Matru Pitrubhyam Namo,
Let him read.
Adityadi
So that they know.
Navagraha Devtabhyo Namaha, Sarvebhyo Devebhyo Namaha, Sarvebhyo Brahmanyebhyo Namaha, Itatkan Pradan Devtabhyo Namaha.
Now you sweep the Ganesha. You can get a towel. What is the towel? Have you washed? You washed.
Let our ears hear that which is true. Let our eyes see that which is pure. Let our beings praise that which is divine. And let those who listen hear not my voice, but the wisdom of God. Let us worship with the same song, the same strength, and the same knowledge. And let our meditation enlighten and enrich. Let there be amongst us compassion and peace.
See, compassion and peace. The peace comes out of love, out of understanding. Peace is a very important word today. Peace. See, for goddess it is said, Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Shanti Rupena Samsina is the goddess who resides within us as the peace within. Peace within is the goddess. That is the power of the goddess.
Now the prayer. Salutation Sri Ganesh, Sakshat Sri Jesus, Sakshat Sri Nirmala Devi, Namo Namaha.
Not all that, little bit.
It is you who is the beginning of all the beginnings. It is you who is the doer of all deeds which have been done, are being done, and will be done. It is you who supports all things that are supported.
So I should have said that I must thank Nirmala Devi also for doing everything. Alright. Because I am beyond myself. Alright? Little more than that. Can you now?
The towels here.
Can you move it? You may take out this. Who will carry this water? Will be there better. This water should be sprinkled all over the house, you see. And some you can take it if you want to Portugal. It will be a good idea. See how much balancing is needed for water. Same is the attention. Same is the attention. You have to be in the center. No, hard. Press it. Rub it very hard. Very hard. Better. See? Now, Gavin, you read. You don't do all the...
It is you who protects all things that are protected. It is you who is the complete, all-pervading Spirit, God's divine energy. Think clearly, brain, speak only the truth. Let your presence in us speak. Let your presence
in us, in you, should speak.
In us listen. Let your presence in us bless.
You bless others by your presence, but in that is the presence of your mother.
Let your presence in us protect. Let your presence in us, your disciples, be the disciple.
You have to be a disciple. A disciple has to obey and not to argue. If you argue, then you are no more a disciple. Disciple temperament is there. See, it's not to argue, but to obey, obedience. Because if you know that it is for your good alone, you should just obey and not to argue. If you argue or pester, then it is not a discipleship. Correct? You must keep the thing prasanna, means pleased. Now,
You are all literature, and you are the ability to understand the literature. You are the divine combination of complete truth, complete happiness, and complete energy. And you are more. You are all knowledge, and you are the use to which the knowledge is put. You exist until the end of all things, and after the end of all things you are. You create the end of all things, and after the end of all things you remain indifferent. You are the earth, and you are the water. You are the fire, and you are the air, and you are the space above the air. You are the gunas, and you are beyond the gunas.
and a miracle took place, you see. Linda lit a flame, you see, of fire, quite far away, about 5 feet away from me. And the fire just came and went round me. She got frightened, thinking that Mother is burning. Nothing happened. It went round. And went back. It wants to get purified. I am not ready for that. How can I be perfect?
You are the body, and you are beyond the body. You are the essence of time, and you are beyond time. You and only you exist at the Muladhara Chakra. You are the spirit, and you are beyond the spirit. All those who would join God meditate upon you. You are Brahman, Vishnu, Rudra. You are Indra, Agni, Vayu. You are the sun at noon. You are the full moon. Through all these and more, you are the all-pervading energy of innocence and wisdom.
Innocence and wisdom go hand in hand. See, when you are not innocent, you are not wise. You have seen the example of that, of many people coming down here. They have lost their innocence, and they have no attention properly made.
You are the divine servant who stoops to wash the feet of saints.
See the humility. See the humility. Just how to make the thing all right. It goes to any limit, just to make you all right. To wash the feet of the disciples, imagine the humility. Then how much you should have humility.
You are the tiny core of all things, without which the larger have no purpose. You are the key to the libraries of all the scriptures, without which the truth is hidden. You are the full stop which completes the sentence, and without which the sentence loses its meaning. You are the crescent moon, you are the stars, and you are beyond the stars. All things from tiny dot to universe is you. You are in the future, and beyond the future. You are in all forms. You are where the sounds combine. You are the silence between the sounds. You are the rhythm of all music and all prayers. This is the knowledge of Nirmal Ganesh, and you, Nirmal Ganesh, are the master of that knowledge and all knowledge. You are the God, and you are the goddess. Om Gam Nirmal Ganapataye. To your powers, Ganesha, let all surrender. Let the left side of memory and the right side of action surrender to you, and let your enlightenment prevail.
What happened? Can you take her?
Hands. One holding a rope, the second a goad, the third is raised in blessing, and the fourth offers sustenance. Your banner is that of a humble mouse. You have long ears and are clothed in red. Red decorates you, and you are worshipped with red flowers. You have compassion for those who love you, and it is for those who love you that you come to Aum Gyom Nirmal Jesusya. To your powers, Aum Jesus, let all surrender. Let the left side of memory and the right side of action surrender to you, and let your enlightenment prevail. You are the Word that was the beginning. You are the Word that will be the ending. You are He who was born of a virgin and died on the cross.
From my mother's house. From my father's house. Wedding. This is from Ganesha UK.
The Rishi said, of your Indra's sovereignty over the three worlds and his share of the sacrifices were taken away by the Asuras Shumba and Nishumba by force of their pride and strength. The two themselves took over likewise the offices of the sun, the moon, Kubera, Yama and Varuna.
Gavin, you come this side so somebody can pass on things.
Vayu's authority and Agni's duty. Deprived of their lordships and sovereignties, the Devas were defeated. Deprived of their functions and expelled by these two great Asuras, all the Devas thought of the invincible Devi. She had granted us the boon, whenever in calamities you think of me, that very moment I will put an end to all your worst calamities. Resolving thus, the Devas went to Himavat, Lord of the Mountains, and there extolled the Devi, who is the elusive power of Vishnu. The Devas said, salutation to the Devi, to the Mahadevi. Salutation always to her who is ever auspicious. Salutation to her who is the primordial cause and the sustaining power. With attention we have made obeisance to her. Salutation to her who is terrible, to her who is eternal. Salutation to Gauri, the supporter of the universe. Salutation always to her who is of the form of the moon, and is moonlight and happiness itself. We bow to her who is welfare. We make salutations to her who is prosperity and success. Salutation to the consort of Shiva, who is herself the good fortune as well as the misfortune of kings. Salutation always to Durga, who takes one across difficulties, who is essence, who is the author of everything, who is the knowledge of discrimination, and who is blue-black as also smoke-like in complexion. We prostrate before her who is at once most gentle and most terrible. We salute her again and again. Salutation to her who is the support of the world. Salutation to the Devi, who is of the form of volition. Salutations again and again to the Devi, who in all beings is called Vishnu Maya.
Very important. Left Vishuddhi. Vishnumaya.
Salutations again and again to the Devi, who in all beings is termed as consciousness. Salutations again and again to the Devi, who abides in all beings in the form of intelligence. Salutations again and again to the Devi.
Intelligence is little. Intelligence actually it means subuddhi. It means the one that's a real sharp, pure intelligence. You can say pure intelligence. What's that?
Salutations to the Devi, who abides in all beings in the form of sleep. Salutations again and again to the Devi, who abides in all beings in the form of hunger. Salutations again and again to the Devi, who abides in all beings in the form of reflection. Salutations again and again to the Devi, who abides in all beings in the form of power. Salutations again and again to the Devi, who abides in all beings in the form of thirst. Salutations to the Devi, who abides in all beings in the form of forgiveness. Salutations to the Devi, who abides in all beings in the form of Janus. Salutations to the Devi, who abides in all beings in the form of modesty.
So one has to be modest, you see. Those who are not modest, those who use harsh words, who are hot-tempered, who try to show off and talk in a very sharp way, are not near me. You have to talk in a sweet, modest way. Modesty is a sign of your proper breeding. If you are ill-bred, then you don't know how to talk modestly. And the blame comes to your mother. There was somebody who talked very sharply the other day, in a sharper way, and tried to show off a little bit. And there were some people who had come outsiders. They saw it and they were surprised. Yes, it's true. You have to be extremely honest.
Salutations again and again to the Devi, who abides in all beings in the form of peace. Salutations again and again to the Devi, who abides in all beings in the form of faith.
Faith. See, what gives you faith also? What makes you believe it is that power.
Salutations again and again to the Devi, who abides in all beings in the form of loveliness.
You have to be a lovely person and not a crude person, not uncouth, but a lovely person.
Salutations again and again to the Devi, who abides in all beings in the form of good fortune.
And that's how the good fortune comes to us.
Salutations again and again to the Devi, who abides in all beings in the form of activity. Salutations again and again to the Devi, who abides in all beings in the form of memory. Salutations again and again to the Devi, who abides in all beings in the form of compassion.
Memory now. Memory, people talk, I think I know, it is there, I think. That's not the way. Memory is, you know. This is it. That's how. If you test your memory like that. Yes, I know this is it.
Salutations again and again to the Devi, who abides in all beings in the form of contentment.
Contentment.
Salutations again and again to the Devi, who abides in all beings in the form of mother.
That's what I said, contentment. Is not discontented. That this is not there, so you are unhappy, that is not there, so I am unhappy. That is not the way you should describe yourself should never be unhappy. Everything is all right, we'll manage with this, we'll manage with that. Contentment with whatever you have, to be contented. That's how you are using the power, otherwise you are not using it.
Salutations again and again to the Devi, who abides in all beings in the form of error.
That's a good one. I told you, if you don't make error, you won't reach the right place. You won't learn and you won't reach. Error, it is little bit error here and then you find it there, you see.
Salutations to the all-pervading Devi, who constantly presides over the senses of all beings and governs all the elements. Salutations again and again to her who, pervading this entire world, abides in the form of consciousness. Invoked of yore by the Devas for the sake of their desired object, and adored by
Now
the
you are
Lord.
the Deva, alright? So you have to invoke those powers.
Adored by the Lord of the Devas every day. May she, the Ishvari, the source of all good, accomplish for us all auspicious things, and put an end to our calamities. And who is now again reverenced by us, Devas, tormented by arrogant asuras, and
So those
who,
who are arrogant or argumentative are really asuras in a way.
called to mind by us, obeisant with devotion, destroys that very moment all our calamities. The Rishi said, O Prince, while the Devas were thus engaged in praises and other acts of adoration, Parvati came there to bathe in the waters of the Ganga. She, the lovely bride, asked those Devas, who is praised by you here? And an auspicious goddess who sprang forth from her physical sheath gave the reply. This hymn is addressed to me by the assembled Devas, set at naught by the Asura Shumba and routed in battle by Nishumba. Because that Ambika came out of Parvati's physical sheath, Kusha, she is glorified as Kaushiki in all worlds.
Kaushiki. See, because there are kapus, see, which are giving the illusion to you. That's why Kaushiki, the Koshas, from the Koshas came up.
Shrimati ji. We pray to Shri Adi Shakti Shri Mataji Nirmala Devi to give us obedience, the modesty to be humble, and the compassion so that we have the peace in ourselves, and that peace that is Shri Mataji's blessing in us radiate to the environment around us. Let's humbly bow down, raise a Kundalini, take a bandhan to conclude the meditation. Jai Shri Mataji. Thank you.